Hey, what's going on out there? Justice Severin here from Original Chapters. Today we are discussing how simplicity wins every time, all right? Showing you specifically how we use this on Facebook, showing you how to really leverage our simplified conversion formula, which is the third of our 3 OGC pillars there, breaking down how we're really turning cold audience members into buyers, all right? So go ahead. This is a live stream we did right inside of our free Facebook marketing group called Original Chapters Marketing. Go ahead now, feel free to join there, but really make sure you subscribe right down there below where you see that red button to make sure to get you locked into all the future videos there. But let's get to it for now. So really today, as I mentioned there before, I'm really breaking down, really kind of some of the most crucial parts to the third pillar of really what we kind of teach as far as our simplified conversion formula, really that monetization piece of it right there, right? I could obviously talk the other sides, we kind of have more, so really kind of accumulating your avatar, right? Kind of discovering that 6-figure avatar. Then on top of that, kind of just your overall messaging and the content, right? Things are, once again, both of those are huge pieces of the business, but I don't want to make this a 50-hour live right here. I want to get straight to the point for you guys. So today we're going to just get right on that kind of monetization piece and really hit home in a couple of those areas, right? Just kind of get over some things that people just see as kind of nonsense when in reality they want to overcomplicate things. And that's just gonna end up holding them back there. So like I said, hit the like button, hit the love button if you guys want me to get right to it. I'm happy to jump right into this. So let me know in the comments too if you guys are ready to go, and we can go ahead and rock out and get this party moving here. There we go. I love John's got me laughing over here. Great to see John, man, over here making moves in the industry right now. Come on, that's what we love to see. So you guys, like I said, hit that like button, hit that love button. You want me to get into it? I can go, or drop a comment. Let me know if you guys want me to get going. Otherwise, we can just chill here and I can talk. I'm obviously fine with that too. So really, there we go. John, he's over here saying, "Let's go." Hey, he's the only one. I'll take it. Let's keep this thing moving. So really, today is really big on. You can see so much in this industry, right? What did I title this thing? Simplicity wins every time. I want to talk about different parts of really this kind, especially this third pillar here. Let me mute this over. Especially this third pillar here, which really is on the monetization fact, which is really on the piece that is going to go ahead and really kind of get that second half of the process, right? There's so much more content, and just going to know where to find qualified leads is crucial. I want to really kind of dive into all this here. Honestly, we're going to jump right into it, right? Like I said, focusing on one platform first, right? And I kind of want to talk about things where really people are really dropping the ball on this side. Understanding and needing more than one platform to start is one of the biggest myths I feel like I've heard inside of all of the internet marketing world, the coaching space, all of it, affiliate marketing, whatever it is. The fact that you need to go ahead and be jumping around in so many different areas, right? I see AJ's ready to go too. I love it. Like, speaking of two, AJ and John, two clients of mine there, they're big on TikTok. And now really, I'm getting them especially hammering on just one platform now, right? So many people are really trying to go big on the Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, blogs, Pinterest, 5 other ones that I can't even tell you about right now, right? YouTube, and just thinking they have to bounce around all of them in order to really start gaining something here, right? So with that being said, right, even past that, they feel like they need their email list, right? How many times people are telling you, go ahead and use your SOS. Come on now, screws too many. Thank you for that, Michael. How many times do you see it where people are talking about, I'm going to go ahead and use my email list here, and I'm just going to build this, and this is going to be the way that I'm going to end up making money. This is going to be the way that I'm going to end up taking this business next level, and I'm going to add a bunch of different pieces and tie in all this right into my email and make sure that I have the most smooth system possible, right? Maybe some of you guys in here were really starting off thinking that email marketing was going to be your flying thing, and then maybe you start to realize, well, email is great, but how are these leads looking inside of my emails? Maybe you're getting out there sending emails all the time, and it's like nobody's really opening these. I've talked to some people where they're getting, I want to say less than 1% open rate, which to me is mind blowing over here. Mind blowing there. I don't know, like, who has anyone else here in the comments like actually started with email, was told that email marketing is like just the best way to go? Like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and start with email, and I'm gonna just crush it there, right? And once again, I'm not hating on email. Some of you guys might be thinking, Justice, you send me emails all the time. And that's where I want to kind of talk about that even as well. Because really what I'm saying here is keep that simplicity. focus on that one platform first. For me, it was Facebook, and still currently is Facebook, right? John says that was me too. I'm telling you, you're not alone there. You might be the only one willing to say it right now, but you're not alone. Hit that like button or love button if you agree with John, right? In reality, for me, Facebook, I started Facebook in the middle of 2020. We're just started 2022 right now. In 2021 alone, I was able to hit, these aren't final numbers. I know it's more than this, but at least what I have in my books at the moment, 227K alone from Facebook. From Facebook, right? I wasn't doing, right? I'm telling you, Greg, Yvette, Michael, everyone's telling you the emails are just a booming way to go. When in reality, email is a great tool to use as a secondary platform, right? I love it as a secondary. I don't like it as a first unless you really know what you're doing, right? It kind of comes back to the paid ads, which I'm sure we'll talk about that too. But really, I was able to do all that through a Facebook profile to start, right? I was end of 2021, my year was garbage, right? But once 2021 kicked in, just said I'm gonna need a loan. Once 2021 kicked in, the first 6 months, I was able to hit my first 100K, and I say that not to boast. I'm saying that because for about the first 5 months of that, it was truly just using my profile. We're all here in my group right now, right? I see we got 13 of us here live right now. I'm sure more people will be jumping on. Really, realistically, it was all through my profile, okay? So that's why I want to talk to you guys about how simple we can really make this, right? In reality, we can go ahead and I'm all for getting a group, and I'm all for doing it in the right steps and the right process to get there, right? But don't feel like you need to go ahead and jump into everything at once, right? That's really what I want to say up there, right? Even talk about tech and software. We got John in here. I see we got Ryan. We got a couple other of my clients at the moment. How many of these people? I've had some top clients of mine, guys like Adam, Cassandra. How many of these people are actually using a funnel right now? How many of them are doing email at the moment right now? Right? How many of them are using all this fancy tech and software to go ahead and get sales in their business? I'll tell you right now, they're not doing it. They're not doing it because it's not needed. And in reality, so many times we're thinking we have to overcomplicate everything because simple just doesn't sound effective, right? Because simple just doesn't sound effective. Greg said that's how I found you, right? Come on now. I appreciate that crowd feedback right there. In reality, a profile can be so powerful. So powerful there. Look at that. We got Lewis in the crowd there. He said, still using his profile, got over 13K in the last 3.5 months. This is crazy stuff. This is real stuff. My man Ryan said, I canceled my subscriptions. That's what I'm talking about right there, right? You don't need to add in all this extra. You need to focus on the skills, right? I'm heavy on the skills. And once you dial in with the skills and once you start getting some results, now all of a sudden you can start dialing in other areas. Now all of a sudden you can start potentially getting into ads and start adding email, maybe add a second platform because you're getting revenue and profit into your business. You got some more skills out in, and arguably most important, you got more data, right? You got more data, right? I like how Yvette said that. They're going to learn. That's just the harsh reality of it right here. And we're not here to hate on them. We're just here to shine some light. All right, just here to shine some light there, right? Paying for solo ads to feed your email list. And then you wonder why you're emailing people 3 times a day, once a day, however much, and you're getting 1% open rates. You've spent $10,000 building that list and you've made barely 200. You might have maybe made barely 1,000, maybe you made 5,000. You're still in the hole. All right, let's not kid ourselves here. You're still in the hole. And realistically, I don't think that most people are spending 10 and making 5. If they were, they might sleep a little better. But honestly, they're probably making about a fraction of that, right? That's the beef I have with starting with some of these. And I'm just saying it because so many gurus are out there like, get your email list going. I think Greg said it earlier. The money's in the list. The money's in the list, right? It's like, who's on that list? Oh, that's why I love when we talk about traffic. The traffic is people. Who are the people that you're speaking to? Once you dial that in and understand how to get the right people on your list, how to get the right people in your audience, how to dial in your avatar and make sure that you're speaking to the right people every time. That's what's going to be most effective in your business, right? Right? What else are people doing when they're doing too much of that? Like I mentioned, TikTok, IG, Pinterest, YouTube, trying to sell 100% through automation, right? Like they don't want to have a single human interaction. They want to go ahead. Can you review the top 3 things you look for before messaging someone? That's a great question right there, AJ. Let me go through this real quick. Trying to sell something to automation. Right? If you're really trying to go ahead and focus all through automation to sell somebody, you're dropping your chances like crazy. What did I just say a second ago? Traffic is people. And I don't know about you, I want to do what I can to increase my odds that somebody is going to become a buyer. And that's automation is going to help you if you already have a system in place that is working, right? And even if it's working, I guarantee you, if you keep as much of a human element as possible, is going to be that much more effective, right? And now, once again, I'm never going to knock automation. I'm more so right now talking about the person out there who is right now, let's just say they got no sales, they're a beginner. Maybe they got like a little experience. Maybe they even are making $1,000 a month or something, right? All online. And now they want to switch all the way to automation. They want to have an automatic business run so they can live that passive income dream, right? It's like, how many people were sold on that passive income dream when you're getting into this? You know, just, hey, go ahead. Everyone, like what's that cliche, right? I want to be working on the beach, got my laptop, got my mojito. What are people, I don't know, pina coladas, whatever people are drinking. I don't know what they're drinking on the beach. I'm not drinking that, but either at the end of the day, we've all seen it. You've seen ads pop up wherever it is, wherever you're scrolling on your social media, right? Hit that like button, hit that love button if you can resonate with any of this, right? Really, and before I keep going, let me circle back to AJ. That's a great question. AJ said, can you review, oh, Jenna said, that's me. Come on now, relationships matter. Come on, look, Greg is like, hey, we're literally witnessing this right now. Appreciate that. That laptop lifestyle. How many times have you seen that pop up? Someone's driving the Lamborghini, right? They're sitting there. I'm telling you, it's got to get closer than that. Right? I want to step back just to answer AJ real quick before you keep going. He said, can you review the top 3 things you look for before messaging someone? Number 1, I want to know that there's a good chance that they're not a freebie seeker. Off the bat, that just means, where did I get that person from? Right? Did they, talking about if you're using ads and you're trying to get somebody into your list, do they opt into a free thing? Is it someone who bought a $10 product and now they opted in that way? Right? That's a big piece right there. Number 2, I'm going to tell you, this is one that's probably unpopular opinion. In reality, it's fact. It's fact. To me, it is, because it's the kind of way that I like to run my business. And I want to know that looks like somebody that I could actually gel with. It looks like somebody I actually like. Looks like somebody I actually have a conversation with. There's some people where the last thing I'm going to do is get this into politics right now. But in reality, if I see someone who's just like on the complete opposite fence and seems like a dirtbag to me, and maybe it's political or not, like, I'm not going to message that person. Right? Keep these things in mind. Like, this is real here. Once again, we're talking about people. I'm big on Facebook, like I said. We don't need to overcomplicate this stuff as far as doing too much in too many different places. Right? If we're on Facebook, we're looking at a picture. Right now, I'm seeing people in the comments. All of you probably can too. Right? I see we got a head shaker. It's like, in reality, there is a person behind typing. And I want to make sure that I can gel with that person before I go way too deep. And that doesn't mean we have to be best friends, but somebody I can at least resonate with on a certain level there. So those are 2 big pieces. Another third you could say is just that they're active, that they're passionate, and that they actually want to make it happen. And that kind of comes to me where, once again, you can't tell that right out the gate, but as soon as someone opens their mouth, you start to get a little bit into a conversation, you can tell. You can tell. You ever talk to somebody passionate before? You can feel the energy there, right? You can feel it. I'm sure is anyone in here passionate? Like, I could see some people down there in the comments. Let me know if you're a passionate person actually trying to scale your business. Like, who in here is trying to quit their job? Right? Who in there is trying to become debt free? Who in here is trying to do something, pay off their mortgage? Who in here is trying to pay for a vacation, not have to worry about how much is left on the credit card after they swipe it through, right? Who wants to pay JetBlue and not have to worry that, who cares if I got the points? Maybe I need to wait till I get points or not, right? It's like, this is what we're pushing, right? I'm telling you, right? This is who we want to be talking to. These are the people I'm looking to talk to, and I hope that you are too if you're really serious. But I'm seeing me, all the above, exactly, right? Come on, that's the people we're trying to speak to here. Right? And back to the things you shouldn't do now, right? Running FB ads as a beginner, running Facebook ads as a beginner. If you ask me, I'm going to be blunt. I think the Facebook ads are extremely powerful. So this isn't like a live right now where I'm going to be bashing on ads. It's more so it all comes back to, what are you doing with those ads? How many times have you seen, and I say this from experience, I jumped into a program back when I was first starting. This was in the middle of 2020. And the program was just like, go ahead and get into ads. We're going to give you all this stuff. Or basically, you can just plug it in. We're going to give you all the copy. We're going to give you everything. I see someone's writing down names over here. Debt-free, financially stable. I love that too, right? They're selling, hey, just go out here and use all these done-for-you resources and just go ahead and run some ads. The problem I have with that is you don't have the right skills yet. You haven't gotten any practice in copywriting. You haven't gotten any practice in marketing. You haven't got any practice in sales. And just like I said before, you don't have the data. You don't have the data. I just told you I broke 220K last year, 2021 alone, and I didn't spend a dime on ads, right? I'm not saying I'll never spend money on ads. That's a lie, right? But in reality, I have so much data now. If I ever want to go spend money on ads, that it's such a more advantageous place. I have gone from Facebook right now, marketing, practicing everything, getting those skills raised. And now, if I ever do want to go spend some money on ads, it's just increasing those chances. If any of you have ever followed, I got a units framework. I've got a bunch of sales lives I've done before in the past year. If any of you ever seen those, you know I always talk about this one little thing, right? Your closing percentage, right? You will never have a 100% closing rate, right? That's just a fact. I don't care who you are, right? There's the sales gods out there, they're not doing it, right? So what are you gonna do to get there? To at least try to get there, is do all the little things that are gonna help get you there, right? Having that much more practice, having that much more this, that much more that, it's not only gonna save you money, but it's gonna save you time, discouragement, and all these pieces right there, right? I'm telling you that. I love that. Right tool at the right time. Thank you for dropping that there, Greg. You guys are dropping some bombs here in the comments. I love it. Keep hitting that like and love. If you guys are getting some value, drop a value, drop some knowledge in there in the comments for me if this is making sense, right? So, and even on top of that too, like I said, they don't even have a big budget, right? A lot of the times you want to hit your first 10K month, 20K month, but you're not willing to spend what it takes to get there if you want to go on the ad side, right? If you want, I see Michael saying, I'm bursting your bubble. Hey, come on. I'm here to ruffle some feathers just a little bit, right? But just to wake us all up. You're not alone. Appreciate you saying that because you're not alone, right? Really understand, because if you want to make good money with ads, you got to spend money, all right? So just understand, like, are you willing to spend 5K one month, not make anything, and then go back out there the next month and do the same thing? I don't know about you, but when I was starting, I wasn't. And I knew that there was another way. I didn't know it until I was found, right? I found my first mentor, right? I'd had several. One of my first mentors, he was on here. I don't know if he still is. Shout out to Ziano over there. He's a G over there. But really, and I've had like 6 or 7 since, if we're being honest, right? But understanding to know a strategy that's going to work for you and being effective with it. That's what's going to move the needle forward in your business, right? So once again, not knocking on ads here, but just understanding what's going to move your business forward and when's the right time. Just like Greg mentioned, right tool at the right time. I got to heart that comment if Facebook will let me. That's a great one there, man. So let's keep moving now, right? Another one right here, because like I mentioned, I'm big on the profile. I'm big on Facebook. I'm talking here right now. Obviously, I'm big on groups, but I want to talk to the person where you're trying to get to that first $1,000 day. You're trying to get to that first 10K month, right? I did all these things that I'm about to tell you. I just hit those and more with just my profile. I had a group. That group probably had less than 100 people, and I wasn't doing a thing with it because in my eyes, it wasn't what was going to move the needle forward for me, right? So I want to talk about the profile right now. Right, so this is when it comes down to the profile. This is another huge red flag I see inside the space here. Right, let me know if this is all sounding like I said. Drop a hashtag value, drop a something. Just let me know if this is resonating. Like it seems like it's resonating. I can see the likes flashing. I see we got plenty of people here. I hope this is hitting home here because if you can avoid these do nots, and once we start getting to the do's, it's going to make everything that much smoother for you and your business. All right, so like I said, I hope this is making sense. I'm gonna wait and see if I see someone. Is this making sense to anybody out there, right? And if it's not making sense, say, Justice, you're crazy, right? And if you think I'm crazy, maybe you just need to go back and watch this a few times, right? So really, you want to get this is a big one. There we go. I'm seeing the values popping up there. You want to get big behind the scenes, right? So many people when you first get into this, you want to get big, you want to get rich behind the scenes. You want to be able to do everything here without showing your face, without having your name anywhere, right? You want to make money online without a brand. And honestly, this is possible, right? I'm not going to tell you that that's not possible. But how fast do you want to get there? How fast do you want to get there, right? I mean, we could talk about blogs, we could talk about YouTube, and all these ways you potentially get big without putting your face in. I know it's like a huge thing right now, how people are making, I shouldn't say it's huge, but I've seen plenty of ads of people going out there on YouTube and talking about how they made a ton of money without ever showing their face in their videos. To me, it's like, congratulations, right? I talk about all the time too, right? Using angles. That's a strong angle, you know? Hey, it's like for that person, great. But like, let's get real. If that person was to get real with you, they are hurting themselves for the long run. Yeah, maybe you do get big, but no one knows you now. And now it's gonna be that much harder for you to leverage it. Once you move past that, the brand, the business is dead. Now you're starting from scratch, right? There's no, thank you, Mike. There's no easy button. There's no get rich quick schemes, right? I mean, if there are get rich quick schemes, but they ain't working, right? So in reality, knock that out, right? How big do you want to get? And I don't mean how big do you want to get, because we all want to get rich here. I know that just like if I scrolled up in the comments, plenty of people just told me why they want to get big in their business, right? Why they want to bring in 10K and beyond in their business. It's not because they just want to have all the money in the world. It's because they have debt that they're in. It's because they have trips they want to take. They have family members they want to take care of, right? They have kids. They don't want to not worry about where the next dollar is coming from, and then be able to help other people, right? So how big do you want to get, and how fast do you want to get there? Because by leveraging a personal brand is going to make it that much better. I think Greg already even mentioned that. That's why he's here today. That's how he found this group. That's how he got this live, because of myself. And I know that he's not the only person, so I appreciate you bringing that up there, right? Take that as a lesson there for yourself and your business. That will do numbers for you as far, right? I hope that's making sense there, right? And honestly, I'm going to say this here as a little disclaimer, right? I used to tell people it was okay. I used to tell people, hey, you know what? You don't need to go ahead and show yourself. It's fine. It's fine there. It's just we'll find a way around it. We'll find a way around it. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to even say your name. It's gonna be fine. We'll figure something out. And then I realized quickly. I wish it was quickly. Probably after a few months, if we're being honest here. I realized. Luckily, I didn't have that issue with myself. But the more people, more clients I've worked with, more people I've helped, I've started to realize what the common denominator is. And it's really that the mindset is not as strong across the board as you would hope, right? And that's even for myself there. So sometimes that is what's holding you back when it comes down to not wanting to build a brand, because you're worried about your friends and your family, right? Dang, Justice, what are you doing? You're starting an affiliate marketing business? You're starting a coaching business? You got an accounting job, Justice. What are you thinking? You're a fool. Why would you do that? Why would you think about doing that? Right? I can't tell you how many. Luckily, no one told it to my face, but I'm sure the people were saying it around. Right? I'm sure a lot of you can relate, and especially a lot of you out there, because I know people are in here building a personal brand as we speak, and they have not let that slow them down. So I want to give you some props there, because that's huge right there. Don't let that slow you down. Friends and family, are they paying your bills? I don't know if you can hear, right? I know you can relate too there, right? Business space, corporate life. I got my family in the back over there, right? If the person who wants to knock me, wants to say something about me, in reality here, they're not paying my bills. They're not feeding my family, right? I don't care what they got to say. I don't care. I mean, I like them in most cases, but that's not going to change me, because I have bigger dreams. I got goals. Like I said, a lot of us have goals here. I was just talking to somebody on a call today. Maybe she's here, maybe she's not right now. Really, her name's, I'll shout out Kelly. And really, we were talking about how people want to call internet marketing, online businesses a pyramid scheme. The 9-to-5 is arguably the biggest pyramid scheme of all time, right? It's like the 9-to-5, they're sucking you in, and it's just like an agreed upon thing that it's okay. When in reality, the CEOs are the ones caking it in, and you're just working 70 hours a week. Come on now. Let's get real here and not worry about what the majority thinks. The majority of people are stuck in the rat race. We're trying to get out of it. And maybe some people like your jobs there. All right? So I'm not even saying that we're doing today, you have to quit your job. Let's get whatever your goal is here. Let's get whatever your goal is to make that happen, right? Are you worried about people at your day job hating on you? I have plenty of people. I was an accountant before, for those of you who don't know. I was a full-time accountant before I switched to full-time online. And in reality, when I was an accountant, people were like, Justice, what you got health care. Why are you gonna quit this job? You got health insurance. You got dental. You got vacation time. Justice, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? Right? I'm telling you, don't let this slow you down. Don't let this slow you down. If that wasn't the case, man, that's one of my biggest whys, if I'm being honest with you. Obviously, everyone here has to have a why if you want to make it in your business. That's going to get you there. For me, one of them, is definitely not having to ever go back. That's one thing that pushes me every day, if I'm being honest here, right? Like, let me go ahead and drop me a why down there in the comments too. Like, what else is someone else's why here, right? I've seen some other people talking about debt and some stuff like that. Like, what's another thing that maybe isn't as financial, but just something that's really pushing you to not go. Honestly, push. And I saw a question too before I keep going. I think I saw Jenna drop something here. How did you start off with no money? That's a good question. That's a good question, Jenna. So here's the thing. Did I start? You could say I technically start off in the negative, like forget no money. I was in debt. Maybe shout out to some of you guys who saw this, but in February 2021 last year, luckily I became debt free. Besides my house, that's the next big goal I have, is to pay off the mortgage on my house. But really, I got deeper in debt to get into this business. Like I just told you, one of my mentors, he was on this live, and maybe he still is, not sure. And I had paid for 2 mentors before him, and courses and stuff, all like that. And I went into debt for it. And so honestly, it kind of comes back to how bad do you want it, I would say. I think in reality, I was just talking about this with some clients the other day about kind of ways like how big box, we'll call it big box programs, just some of the more bigger guys in the space, we'll call it, are really quick to kind of push people on, hey, if you want this, go sell some stuff, go do this, go get a credit card, go take out a loan, go do that, XYZ, right? And I've always kind of never been on that path. I'm not saying if you want to go ahead and do that to get somebody to buy, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, because it's saying how bad do you want it. And to me, I kind of just want to hear, I don't want to have to suggest that to someone in most cases. I want you to tell me how bad you want this, and that you're going to go ahead and do what you got to do to make it happen. Right? So that's really, as far as how do you do with no money, that's kind of where I was looking back at it. In reality, I was in debt, and I went further in debt. For some of you who know my story a little bit, my wife was fucking heated at me when I went deeper in debt for this industry. Right? But now, fortunately, she's a stay-at-home mom by choice, and we're fortunate to live the life that we do. But in reality, that's a big thing we had to get through, right? Under myself, especially, both of us, but really understanding that when there's a will, there's a way, right? When there's a will, there's a way. And I see a bunch of great whys coming in here also. I don't want to skip over those. Why? Greg wants to serve more people, not the same people more. I love that. Yvette wants to write her own rules. AJ said wants to own my own time, income of my life. I love that there. Like, right? Taking control back. Taking that control back. I love it there. I love it. All right. So now let's start getting into a bit more of the, like I said, I want to really talk about what's slowing you guys down, right? Or what's not, whether it's not you guys or whatever the case is, what's slowing people down, right? I see Johnson wants to quit my 9-to-5 job and get back and live in life versus scheduling life around work. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that, right? So really, before I can see someone just hearted that comment, and AJ's and Yvette's. Those are great comments to love there, honestly. So let's go ahead and jump into the traffic side a little bit. Because like I said, today we're talking heavily about I'm just going to lightly talk about traffic, because honestly, supreme messaging and kind of discovering your avatar are 2 big ones, right? But I want to talk about especially the conversion side heavily, right? So when we're talking about the traffic, I want to talk about the free traffic more, all right? Hit that like button, hit that love button if you guys want me to go ahead and get into this. I can see people are already, I love that everyone's dropping their whys in the comments. Like I said, let's make sure, show me that you want to see this stuff, right? Show me you want to see it there, right? So really, free traffic on Facebook, in my eyes, is the best place to start, right? And for a bunch of reasons I just mentioned to you. Obviously, I have my own personal experience. I have people who are actually on this live right now who have gotten great results just from using free traffic on Facebook, right? And just to start, and for all the reasons I mentioned, for data, for budget, to gain the skills without having to dive deep, because plenty of people will tell you just get into ads because it's faster. Get into ads because it's faster, but they're not telling you about the other negatives, right? And you could say one of the negatives about free traffic on Facebook is the time, right? It just takes a lot of time and takes a lot of energy. You know, why would I go that route, right? Let's talk. I want to talk on those specifics as we continue to, right? But really, Facebook, as I mentioned before, it can be your core. It can be, should be, will be, if you dive into it with the right strategy, especially in the 3 pillars. It can be your core revenue stream, hands down, point blank, period, right? Once you gather that data and redefine what it can do for you, right? So now I want to get into the, like I said, let's get into the monetization piece. Let's get into the conversions, right? What did I say here today? Simplicity wins every time. I want to talk about a bit more on the simplified conversion formula, right? And let me know if you guys, it seems like it. Let me know if you guys are still getting value from this in the comments, right? Drop some value, drop some Wednesday bombs, value bombs. Give me something there. So let me know this is hitting home, honestly. Because like I said, I really want to open some eyes to those who either this is new, old, something you've been on the fence with. I want to make sure that you understand this, because for me, it took months. It took months for me to realize and truly dial in and understand that what I was doing was holding me back. That what I was doing was slowing me down, right? listen, not knowing which mentor, which coach to listen to, or whether I should listen to my course or someone else is telling me here, right? Like I like what Michael just said there. Well, trade your time for your income at 9 to 5, or trade it for building your future. I love that right there. I love it. I'm seeing some values coming through. I'm glad she's getting this. Let's go ahead and roll through then, right? So with that being said here, like I mentioned before, free traffic there. Let's really talk about something that we have to accept, right? When we get into this, first and foremost, I just want you to, let's just make this very clear here. I sometimes talk about this, but I want to just say it again. I want to say it again because it has to be done. And it just kind of comes back to the whole brand and a similar mindset when it comes to like the people who don't want to build a brand, right? Let's just call this what it is. Accept that you are selling. Accept that as a coach, as an affiliate, you are someone who's selling. You are selling something. You are in sales. Even if you we are in this space and we sell, we're in sales. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You're selling something, right? If you're a plumber, you're selling your services. You're a lawyer, you're selling your services. You're a salesman too, right? Maybe you're paying someone to do some marketing for you, but you are selling them, and you're probably upselling them to come back more and more in the future. So let's just because I can't move forward without saying that. I can't move forward without making sure that is known right there. That has to be something that you just mentally know that this is the facts, because that's going to allow you to make offers that sell. That's going to allow you to craft no-brainers. It's going to allow you to truly speak to people in your audience and get them to pull out their wallets and swipe that credit card, right? Or maybe type in the numbers if that's what we're doing here, right? So once I say it because I've seen so many people say, you want to make money in any business. I'm just, how many times have I seen someone say, oh no, I don't sell anything. I don't promote anything. I'm just sharing tips. I'm just giving advice to people. I don't sell anything. I just offer a service. Right? I don't do that. I just provide something that people are looking for, right? I find out what people need and I give it to them. I don't sell, right? I love that, AJ, right? Educating, serving, and selling. Exactly. Let's just be blunt here so that we can go ahead and make this most effective for ourselves, right? All right. So thinking that way is going to hold you back. All right. So now here's what's not going to allow you, honestly, to keep moving the needle forward in business. Now let's talk a bit more in specifics as far as, because like I said, I wanted to talk about the energy side. I want to talk about really what the argument you can say. Like I said, people will do ads because it's faster. People don't want to do free traffic on Facebook because maybe it takes a bit more time, right? But in reality, it doesn't have to take too much time if you understand the ways to save your energy, right? Either when you are putting in energy into anything, you're trading it, right? So make sure that it's worth your time and energy here. So how are you going to do that? For one, stop posting so much, right? Stop posting content so much. I think I did a live last week here where I posted a little something about Gary Vee and that hustle mentality, right? What's it say in the logo when I go live on here on Wednesdays, right? Simplicity over hustle. Stop feeling like you got to go crazy. Quality over quantity wins every single time. All right. So stop posting so much. We're talking about energy that it gives being effective in a profile. I'm not going to go into content because I already talk about that all the time with our supreme messaging and other content creation secrets I got inside of the group. But just stop posting so much and focus in on the quality that you're giving, right? Number 2, stop chasing freebie seekers. And luckily AJ asked a great question. I think he's still here right now. AJ asked a great question earlier. What are the 3 things that I keep in mind when I'm going to message somebody? First, honestly, the most important I probably want to have in mind is that they're not a freebie seeker, right? I like what Michael said, don't reinvent the wheel there, right? I don't want to be chasing freebie seekers left and right, because what's that doing? That's taking up my time, and not only just my time, but my energy. I can't get time back. And when I give up too much energy, it's taking away energy that can be effective in other places. Not just the time fact, but the fact I'm giving so much energy to this one person, now it's going to cause me to not be able to give enough energy over here, right? So just stop chasing the freebie seekers there. Next piece, return genuine value instead of just bait and switching people, right? Just bait and switching people. I see, shout out Z right there. He said just this free game is better than most programs. Come on, I'm just trying to go ahead and school you guys on what people aren't going to tell you as far as what to do, what not to do, and so many things. That's why you see the title of today. Simplicity wins every time. If you can stop looking for that key secret, right? Dang, what are those 15 key secrets that Russell Brunson's doing right now that build ClickFunnels? Like, what are those key pieces here? If that's what you're trying to focus on, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck. You're not. Russell started small, just like everybody starts small, and then you try stuff. You fail. You try. You fail. You try. You fail. You try. You fail. You try. Right? Fail forward. Isn't that how the saying goes? Right? You gotta be willing to understand what you're doing. So really, return, like I said before, return that value and stop just the bait and switch people. The more you can give some genuine value here, which that the perfect time, and I appreciate you saying that there, Zeke. The more you can give some good value here to people, and I don't just mean in a live fashion. Think about when you're having conversations with people. Think about when you're giving content. Like I said, not too much content, but think about when you're giving that content. Give the genuine value that other people aren't giving. Right? Give them different angles. Hashtag fail forward. I love that, right? Follow Greg there. We should all be thinking hashtag fail forward, honestly. That's the mindset we need right there, right? Another big no that's gonna start saving you some energy. Stop plastering your link everywhere. My goodness. If that feels like it is, like, how many times, like, let me know if you've seen this before. I know that all of us are in some kind of a Facebook group. How many times you see people just going into a group and just like dropping their link left and freaking right? Right? Just dropping their link. I'm going to tell you right now, like, this is, you can like literally call me out on this if you find out that this is a lie, what I'm about to tell you. If you look right now inside of this group, you are not going to see not one single link in here that's an affiliate link of mine, that's a link to my coaching program, it's a link to any of my assets, my masterclasses, my boot camps, none of that. Like, now you're wondering, just how the heck am I going to make sales then, Justice? I got to put my link somewhere. It's about getting strategic with how you're going about getting your link out there. If you're an affiliate, you got a link. Even if you're a coach, you probably got a payment link that you're taking from people. Don't just like say, hey, I'm just going to leave this inside of my welcome post and see what happens. Like, hopefully I get some sales here, right? That's that automation thinking. Build relationships. See if someone's a good fit, right? Stop. And this is I want to hit another major point in that. And before I make that major point, because really this is going to be something I hope hits a lot home on a lot of people right now, but is what I'm saying there making sense? Let me know before I keep going. I didn't see anybody. Is nobody seeing people dropping links everywhere? Have you not been hit in Messenger with someone just drops you? They say, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing great. How about you? I'm doing awesome. Here's my affiliate link. Check this out. Stuff's awesome. I promise you I'm making money from it. How many people have seen something like this? They drop a link first thing and they send you an email every day and it's to their payment link, right? Oh, here's my Stripe payment link. Just pay me for coaching and we'll get things moving. Right? How many times have you guys seen somebody just drop a link there, right? All over. For me in Messenger, I see it all the time. I don't know about you guys. I see people all the time, right? Greg says daily. Come on now. Like, realistically, and like, think about just how like annoying that is and how ineffective that is. Even if it's not annoying, like, just think about how ineffective it truly is, right? So I see Yvette. Greg sees that. Michael says, I have a lot of links. You want one? Hey, go ahead and drop a link in here. Maybe someone will take it. Right? So really, past that. So now that, once again, I know that everyone else is feeling that. Think about this. Think about this right there. Because I know sometimes we all can be guilty of it, right? We'll just drop a kind of link somewhere. Just like, we're not like desperate to get a sale off it, but just like, who knows? Maybe someone will get that. And I preach a lot of this too, kind of a way to go around this. But really think about this side. You're forcing people to make an uneducated decision if that solution is right for them, right? Like, let that sink in for a second. When you just have your links spreading, and even not spreading, just sitting there, right? Yvette, just like Yvette said, it's like begging right there, exactly. If you have people sitting there, seeing your link, they have not had a single conversation with you. They just see it, click it, and now their mind's running and thinking, I'm not sure. I don't think this is for me. And now what's just happened? You're forcing people to make their first decision to not buy from you. Right? You're making they just made their official first decision that, hey, Justice, they can't even say, hey, Justice, because they haven't talked to me. But hey, Lucy, hey, whatever. I'm not going to buy from you. Right? And they can't even tell you that because you haven't had the conversation with them. But this is what's happening. Think about the negative impact that's going to have. I'm big on building relationships, planting seeds. If that's your goal, if that's how you're going to do it, I love how Yvette just said it's like begging, right? If that's how you're going to do it, and you're now forcing people to basically say, I don't want to buy it from you, it's going to be very difficult to get someone to change their mind past that. It's going to be very difficult to get somebody to change their mind in the future and say, you know what? Actually, maybe this is good for me. It's going to take a lot of convincing. And what does that lot of convincing come back to? Energy. You're taking time and energy. Like I told you, this stuff, people can waste a ton of time in their strategies if they do it the wrong way. And hopefully you can see by that example right there, if you avoid doing just, that's one example of how you can now be messing yourself up, because maybe they saw that and now you get into a real conversation with them and they already know what the heck you're going to promote them. They've already seen the link. The link's in the group, the link's in your profile, the link's there, the link's here. They've already seen it. They already know what you're about. Now you have to win them over. I don't want those odds right there. I don't want those odds, honestly. Like I said, every action you're doing is taking up energy, all right? Don't have extended conversations with the wrong people. And you're almost making them the wrong person just by that alone. Right? Simplicity in your process is king. It is king right there, all right? So I really love this making sense to people. They can already tell by the link side, right? Build the right relationships, generate conversations with qualified leads, and focus on those who genuinely want more, right? Who genuinely want it more, right? Understand if they're a good fit. Focus on people that you like. Walk them through the process, right? There's so many people ruining situations at the last 10% of the conversation, right? They're getting too pushy when it's the wrong time and it's not the right fit and you're speaking to the wrong people and you're wasting that time there, right? So like I said, you guys got me fired up here, honestly. Hit the like button, hit the love button. This is all making sense. I love the people. I'm loving the engagement here. Like I always tell you guys, one of my biggest things I want from you guys is participation. So I love the people who are giving me there, telling me that this is making sense. Not only that, but talking about kind of where you're at right now. I shout out my man Blake over here in the comments too. I'm telling you, like, this stuff has to hit home. This stuff has to hit home in order for you to be effective in your business, or else you're going to be running in circles. You run in circles because you're going to be wondering, it can't be this easy. It can't be this easy. I got to find that thing. What's justice doing? It can't be these 3 pillars. There's got to be a whole lot more. There's got to be a whole lot more. And I'll tell you right now, if you just do, I'm talking about just one of the 3 pillars. If you just do 2 of the 3 pillars, it's not going to be enough, right? Hit that like button, hit that love button. This is all making sense there. I love to just Blake drop the preach right there. Come on now, we're out here right now. Shout out my man, right? So just to, like I said, I need to cool the jets here for a second, honestly. Let's go into the locker room here for a minute. Right, today we talked about really focusing on that kind of one platform, avoiding the tech, using your energy wisely, and just really being smart with how you're going about your strategy, all right? So in reality here, I got an invitation for you. Like, let's just be blunt and call it what it is, right? You may be having trouble on Facebook right now. You may be having trouble monetizing and actually getting consistent sales into your business, right? You're having a tough time building an authority online and really just in this space, right? You're all over the place. You're having a tough time really getting that brand across, right? So if you're an affiliate marketer, a coach, right, and you're really trying to go ahead and build a successful business through Facebook, right, and realistically through your profile first and foremost, before we start talking about the power of a group, before we start talking about ads, right, using the free traffic and relationship style, and really we can just get a wildly profitable business. Comment Facebook growth down in the comment section, and I'll make sure to go ahead and reach out, and I'll reach out to you personally, and we'll see if you're a good fit, right? And honestly, if you're not a good fit, I'll make sure to get you over to somebody else. I know plenty of people who realistically can help you with many different areas. But if you think that, honestly, for yourself, like for me, as I mentioned, right, for myself, I've been running a business on Facebook, right? And personally, it's the best decision I ever made. Luckily, I've had a handful, if not like 6 or 7 mentors to this point, if not more, for being blunt, right? And in reality, it has truly changed me in the way that I've been able to do this, right? And the way that I've been able to go ahead and realistically, just like I mentioned, breaking over 200K in my first full year of Facebook, mainly through my profile. The first 6 months was almost strictly through my profile, as I mentioned. And the second half, then you start to add pieces. Just like I mentioned, don't start diving into other places until you can really start generating some profit. And then you can start building and adding the systems. Then you can start adding a team. I didn't add a team until I had my first 15K month. I was just so low until then, right? Once again, I'm not saying you have to do that, but just understand, wait until the time is right. Someone said that earlier. I forget who it was. Maybe it was Greg, maybe Michael. I can't remember, but either way, right? So like I said, if you guys want me to reach out and really make sure we can get you going with our system, help you with these pillars directly, drop a comment, Facebook growth, and I'm going to go ahead and personally reach out to you guys there, right? We'll see if we can help, and honestly kind of what problems you're facing, really just truly build a game plan how we can just get through that together. So I can see Gracie, Yvette, Cassie, I'll definitely go ahead and reach out to you two there. I'm sure I can see some others popping up. So like I said, focus on this stuff here, honestly, And I can't wait to see you guys take off in 2022. It's January 5th right now as I record this. Let's see you take off this year. Let's see you make something happen, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead. I'm gonna see the comments rolling through after, just because the live stops. I can still see stuff coming through. But great job today, guys, and I will see you next Wednesday. Like I said, don't think this is the last time you'll see me. I'll see you guys next Wednesday and implement. That's the biggest thank you can give me, right? Just make sure you're implementing here. So I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy thanks for watching this video all the way through. Make sure you go ahead and like this if you got a ton of value from, which I hope you did. Subscribe to the channel and absolutely go ahead and join us in our original chapters community. Links right down there in the description. And as always, you are designed to become who you choose to be. I'll see you later.